The next equity issue is health. We've slightly looked at health earlier on in the sense that if you don't have a healthy body, you're not going to be able to make it to school and you're not going to be able to focus and give your best. So children live in varying contexts, all of which are unique to themselves. Different family backgrounds, different communities, different cultures, different traditions, different backgrounds, and so on. Some of them are their families, life experiences, attitudes from their communities, financial situation. All this plays a role in determining what kind of health care your family is able to provide for you. If you're sick and you need to see a doctor, is there a facility? Is there a dispensary? Is there a clinic? Is there a hospital? Is there a basic health unit nearabouts or not? And so, without proper health care, without proper health facilities, a child will not be able to make it even through the primary years of education. It is undeniable, healthy students are much better able to learn, develop and achieve education outcomes to become competent and responsible citizens. And because if you have good health, you are able to do a lot. And good health comes from lots of factors. Of course, there is food, nutrition, exercise, rest, sleep, relaxation. All these contribute to a good, healthy lifestyle. Inequalities and social conditions give rise to unequal and unjust health outcomes for different social groups. Again, we may have basic health units, but medication is not there, injections are not there, X-ray facilities are not there, lab testing facilities are not there. What happens then? Where is this child? Where are the parents supposed to take this child? And if it's urgently needed, they are not going to be able to wait to transport the child to a big city and take the child to a government hospital. And government hospitals, even in big cities, do not guarantee all facilities. Private healthcare and taking young people to private hospitals and private clinics and private doctors can be frightfully expensive. And so again, when you're not able to afford that, you are not going to be able to do well for your children, and your children will not be able to do well then in school and education or in other spheres of life. Poor nutrition is one thing we talked about. With poor protein intake, students scored lower on achievement tests. Protein is what human cells and the human muscles and bodies is made of. Without protein and various sources of protein, because you need the different amino acids that the proteins break down into for good, healthy living. Students and young people that receive a protein-rich diet tend to do better on achievement tests than students who do not. With deficiency in iron, symptoms such as short attention span and difficulty concentrating, as well as fatigue and irritability. This is because iron is an integral part of hemoglobin, a component of the blood. And if the hemoglobin component of the blood is not healthy and rich, you will not be able to perform well. You get tired easily, you fatigue, you can't concentrate, you lose your focus, and that's not the best way to gain a good education. On the other hand, there is overnutrition and obesity. Where we've talked of malnutrition, poor nutrition, also in the privileged families, there is overnutrition. You eat more than your required amount, you get more than a balanced meal, and you tend to be obese. Obese means you just put on weight and you don't really need to. That's because you eat more than what foods you burn in the kinds of activities you do. So children who come from families where food are high in fat, calories, and sugar, because what do people from privileged families eat? Fast food, right? And that's filled with all this that we just talked about. Going out and eating at a restaurant or eating processed foods, frozen foods are all filled with this stuff. If that's what you eat, then it's going to also show its effect on you. Obese children may also get teased at school, resulting in low self-esteem. You're fat, you can't run fast, you never win a race, and so you get teased in more than one way, and it doesn't do anything good for the self-esteem or the self-worth of a child. So, when children get bullied like this, they tend to miss school. They will make excuses, not show up, and so even overeating and overindulging in the kind of good nutrition that your family can provide for you can have negative side effects, which will not benefit you in the long run. Physical environment. With good health, you need to be active. Where are the parks? Where are the running tracks? Where are the gyms? Who can go there? People who are from the privileged class. If you don't exercise, if you don't rest enough, if you don't move enough, you will tend to suffer from health issues. And these health issues can affect your education and your ability to learn. Mental tasks such as concentration, memory, recall, and calculation can be compromised if you do not have good quality air in the room. Circulation, ventilation, closed rooms do not make for good learning environments. Poor ventilation, old structures where asbestos and those kinds of things were used in constructions are not good today for young people. Poor ventilation can cause a decrease in the performance of both the teacher and the student. Fresh air, clean air, circulating through the room is critical if young people are to get good education. And when we open schools in these converted bungalows and homes, and many schools don't even have windows to the classrooms and stuff, it does not provide for a good, conducive education to happen.